And a happy Saturday, everyone. Greetings from Chicago O'Hare. I just got the PDC, perhaps, of my clearance. But nice to see everybody. Getting ready to fly a Plan B sort of Saturday night ops. We had originally thought we would be making it over to Oklahoma City. They had an event on the calendar kind of early on that has apparently fallen through. And oh man, hey, what a way to start. Edmund Stoner, how are you? Thanks for the 5-month subscription, my friend. Skol and welcome. But I'm not sure what happened with the Oklahoma City event, but anyway, it's no longer on the calendar. So I looked to see if I could find some ATC, and lo and behold, at least a minute or so ago, oh no, maybe we still have, I don't know. It looks like maybe center's going off it's going offline, but we at least have some controllers to give us our clearance. Hey, them's my shoes this here, Kevin. Happy Saturday, buddy. Good to see you. And then we also had Boston had the operative word. We may not have anything by the time we get in the air, but sometimes that's how it goes. So what the heck, we're gonna still fly and have some fun regardless. All right, let me get a couple other things here situated. We have currently information Zulu. We have information Zulu, and what does Zulu tell us here? We've got guests, or we got gusty conditions here. Winds 250 at 14, gusting 21. So kind of a westerly departure here. It looks like altimeter 3025, and departures. What are we departing? Runway 22. It looks like. Okay, that will work. I hope everybody's doing good. Hope you've had a good Saturday. Your weekend off to a good start. And yeah, thanks for coming by. It looks like we have actually lost everybody here. Midway Ground is the only one online now, and they may possibly be doing a little bit of a. They might be doing a little bit of a shift change here too. I know that there's an SNO event planned for Atlanta here, so it's possible that that's what they're doing. But yeah, well, we're still going to roll with it. We were cleared as filed. Here's the intended route, by the way, for those of you playing at home. We're out of here. E-Bake to Wismo to Post to Patty, and on and on and on. We're going to be coming in on the Gardner for arrival from the Albany transition. So looking up in here, and Boston currently is landed on the 2-2s as well. So initially that looks like we're going to be in pretty good shape. We're going to be cruising at flight level 330, and flight time I think at just a whisker under 2 hours. So should be. I know. Well, I initially was thinking we'd have a little something heading out, but now we don't have anything. So maybe they saw me coming, Kevin, and said, "Yeah, it's a good time to take a little break." That, like I say, that's the way it goes. Thought about going to Vancouver and doing some stuff on the West Coast, but that's okay. That's really okay. I don't mind at all. But so let's see. Where am I? I'm about ready, I think, to get this party started. Let's see. We got the parking brake is set. We will get some ground services called up here. We need the GPU and the air cart. And wouldn't hurt us to set our weight and balance here as well. It looks like we need a little more fuel. 9,000, just a little over 9,000 kilograms. That should work. I'm not going to really worry about the payload. I'm just going to leave it as it is. That should be just fine. But yeah, Shusey, I don't know what's going on here, but just running away. No, I think the event starts here. Well, that's 2 hours, I guess. I'm not sure why they're running away. Iowa Scotsman, hello. What's going on, dude? Nice to see you. Let's get, flaps 5 departure, I think here. We'll set those buggy bugs. V1 132, rotate 134, V2 was 140. And let's set the, wasn't much to do to set the trim there for sure. And that should get us set as far as cargo, payload, and fuel and all that good stuff. Now we need a little bit of power here. It can come on. We do have ground power. We'll put that on as well. Position light can come on. Logo light can come on. Hydraulic pumps can come on here. Ground power is on. Let's flip that over to AC. Yep, we're getting good ground power. And actually, I think we can go ahead and just go straight to, let's just go straight to AP power here. We're in the beautiful Piedmont livery, little retro livery. That's probably what they saw, is they saw retro Piedmont, retro 737 slant whiskey on our nav, and they're like, nah. And still in X-Plane 11. Yes, I know I'm still a holdout. I understand, but hopefully here in about a month, about this time next month, maybe I'll have X-Plane 12 up and rocking and rolling and be able to see all the benefits of the updated X-Plane world and all that good stuff. It looks pretty cool. Iowa Scotsman's in the Challenger doing a little X-Plane from Montreal to KIKV. I don't know where that is. But that sounds like a lot of fun, and that's working well for you, I guess, in X-Plane 12, which is good. I'm glad to hear that, Iowa Scotsman. Alright, we're now on APU power. Let's just double check here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So I can get rid of that. Probably should just went to APU power to begin with, since I didn't have a long wait for clearance. Yaw damper can come on. We can get the coffee going here as well. And arm those emergency lights. Get the fasten belts, no smoking onto auto. Acme, Ohio. Oh, close enough to your hometown for a big business, or the only the airport closest to your hometown that's big enough for a bizjet. Yeah, very nice, man. Very nice. Yeah, that's not just your typical like little Phenom, man. That thing's got some beef to it, so I bet it takes a little bit of runway length. We need window heat coming on. We can put the, let's see, air temperature, all that stuff I think looks fine. Altitude's 330. AP bleed is on. Landing altitude will be, yeah, probably about 100. I think maybe more like 50 or something there at Baston. And we're going to go to flight, so we'll start to pressurize. Although I think my door is open currently. If I'm not mistaken, let's take a look here. I'm trying to remember if this shows. Oh, they're all up. So good. We're good to go. We're pressurizing, baby. Trying to remember last time I've been in this plane. It's been a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Pitch command. Do I really need that? Yeah, why not? About 15. Kind of what we need, I think, to help us out. Altimeter, again, back from our clearance was 3025. Well, I tell you what, even though the guy was logging off, it was nice of him to give us a clearance and kind of get us in the system, as it were. I don't know if it helps us as far as if anybody else comes online, if they can see that, but it's nice to have something to set up and you know, have a squawk code and all that good stuff. Speaking of, what is my squawk code? 3210. I like that one. 3210. TARA. It is 2280 in the comms. We'll have to talk about where we're going here first. All right, the O'Hare 7 departure, which is where they send everybody here, basically. And and I put an RNAV waypoint in my flight plan. I don't have eBake. That is not something I'm able to track. So that was really not very good on my part there. We'll head out though from the Chicago VOR. 10825, and what can we head toward here? Wismo. My goodness. Let's see. Holy cow, I've got a couple of RNAV. Wow, that's really bad. That's really bad. Salem is the first. Oh my goodness, what have I done here, you guys? I didn't realize that initially those Wismo and posts, and those are RNAV waypoints. So yeah, bad job on my part here. But let's put Salem in, and we'll just kind of, if we don't pick it up right away, we can at least head in that direction. We know roughly where we need to go here, and shouldn't take us too long before we pick that up. But yeah, that was really bad flight planning there. That's probably part of why he looked at it. He's like, yeah, do I really want to reroute this guy?
Chicago Midway Airport traffic, Southwest 1859, lining up, runway 22 left for departure, radar vectors 10.
Aerofly, original Godspeed. Hello, welcome, guys. And Edmund, you're still a holdout, an X-Plane 11 holdout like myself. Power, brother. Yeah, I will make the switch. But I will be honest with you. My X-Plane 11 is working so well for me right now. I'm almost afraid to change it. Airflyer, I'm heading from O'Hare to Boston right now. I'm at gate Bravo 18 and getting ready to push and start. So I don't know where I am.
Pushing into the alley from Echo 14.
Not here. So yeah, if anybody wants to fly along, that's the plan. I thought I had a whiskey friendly route, but it's not as friendly as I thought here. So
Southwest 1859,
crud.
departing runway 22 left.
My charts are not
Have a good flight, sir.
pulling up from O'Hare too. That's no bueno. All right, well, hold on for just a second here, guys. I need to figure out.
Chicago Air traffic, United 532 is an A320 turning final at the ILS 27 right at Bonzo, Chicago Air.
All right, oh, that was Midway ATIS that I have there. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that we're going to be out of here on runway 28 right or 27 left. We're kind of up here by runway 27 left. Maybe I'll push and we'll go that direction here.
Around the cockpit, the tow's driving up now.
Yeah, we're facing due east, so we'll push back to the north and facing south. We'll push back to the east. Yeah, we'll be able to taxi out Mike.
Southwest 1859, cleared
I
over
gotta
runway
get my
22 left.
charts pulled up here. Well, I don't have to, I guess, but it sure does make it a little easier when you have the moving maps there for there we go, for O'Hare. Yeah. There we are. Okay, that's better. That's better. Yeah, Aeroflyer, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's been a long week and I need to do something here to
All doors and hatches are closed. We're connecting now.
kind of take my mind off of
runway 22 left
stuff, if you know what I mean.
to the south. Midway traffic.
All right, we've got comms and navs all set. We've got clearance. We'll set our heading
Strap and
at
adapters are in position. Release
runway
brakes when you're ready to
heading.
push.
And I'm going to go ahead and let's pop those brakes. We can get the pushback going. Runway heading is set. We need, well,
O'Hare traffic, United 532, A320, 5-mile final, 27 right.
we're just going to go all the way up to 330.
Okay, push is commencing. Go ahead and start the engines.
And we've got cleared to start engines. All right, very good. Let's set the speed bug 220. Pretty close. Coming back down to about here. All right, that looks good. We are on the move, so let's get those anti-collision lights on. And I do think we're ready for engine start here. Packs will come off. And we'll go ahead and get number 2 going. Oh, I need to look and see. I don't have my throttles configured correctly here, you guys. Moment.
Air traffic Delta 1622, taxiing 222
Appreciate
left
the
via Alpha
Operations
8
complete.
Bravo 1 November.
CPCDLC, CPCD, CPDLC.
Stand by. We're disconnected.
I can't even talk tonight, you guys. Holy cow, I'm so brain dead.
Roadway traffic, Southwest 1342, 4 down. Last call, midway.
Yeah, that Scott, that's a good question. I don't know. I wonder, like, because they had must not have got my engine fuel on quite fast enough here. But yeah, they had balloons as part of it. Or was that? Am I thinking P3D?
Toes disconnected and bypass pin removed. Signals on the right. We'll see you.
I keep mistiming my fuel here, guys. Sorry about that. Let's let it spin back down here. I got enough percent RPMs. I should be good, I thought. I'm going to try this one more time here. Ground. Fuel. There we go. But yeah, it's interesting. I wonder how well that's going to play out in Microsoft Flight Sim, because I do think there's some interest. Like there's those glider pilot folks that really like that kind of stuff, and then the hot air balloon pilots are really that's an interesting field of aviation. It really is. And so I wonder how that's going to go. All right, I finally think after all that we do have engines started here. So let's kind of come up here and reset the gens. That's working good. That's working okay. All good. All good. All good. Okay, we can go ahead and cut the APU.
O'Hare traffic, United 532, 8320, clear off runway 27 right on Zulu, taxiing Zulu, hotel,
And let's
Alpha
get
3
the
to the
packs
gate.
back on here. AP bleeds are off. Engine bleeds are on. That looks good. Gasper fan. Sorry, folks. Sorry, passengers in the back. Without your Gasper fan. Please feel free to enjoy your Sky Mall magazine with nice cool breeze. We said we're going to go flaps 5, so 1, 2, 5. And we might as well put the old weather radar on, even though it doesn't do anything. TCAS is on. And I think we're ready. I think we're ready to rock and roll. So taxi brief, we're going to pretty much go straight ahead onto Gulf all the way down to the end, and that'll give us 27 left, which is our departure point. And yeah, thanks for coming aboard, you guys. Let's have some fun. Let's go flying. What do you say? Aeroflyer, I do like this Piedmont livery. No question about it. It is a classic. I was really tempted. Of course, everybody knows my favorite all-time livery for the 737 is, in fact, the Western Airlines livery. I was tempted to
Chicago traffic Delta 1622.
break it out and fly it on the West Coast, but
Lima, then joining
I
November.
resisted. Right down there is the end of the runway where we need to be. I know, those little 200 engines are the best, aren't they? What are they? The JTL something or others? JT something something something. You're testing the 737 Max. 737 Max 10 to see if it'll work in the XII. Very cool.
Clear traffic, United 532,
Very cool.
A320 crossing 27 center, 27 left, 9 center, 9 right on Zulu.
Does look like we have an inbound aircraft that can kind of see the landing lights there. Hey, Pentagon's here, and he comes in with a 15-month Tier 1 reascription. Rob, thank you, buddy, and welcome. It's great to see you, man. Happy Saturday.
Here's Pentagon.
It's not too late if you want to hop in here, O'Hare to Boston, or you can meet us somewhere along the way there. JT8D. There you go, Kevin. Something like that. I knew somebody would know. This guy, how far out is this guy, do you think? Yeah, we'll hold short. O'Hare traffic, Piedmont 816 is holding short 27 left. O'Hare traffic.
O'Hare traffic, Delta 1622 taking off runway 22 left.
Not sure if this guy's on my runway or there is 27 center. Oh, Rob, no. Oh, what did I just do? What does that do? Something. That's a heartbreaker. That's tough, man. But congrats on a good season. I mean, my Rockies were eliminated pretty early in the year. All right, what's coming on? What's coming here? Something fairly good sized. Is that a 777? Nice and stable approach there, Captain. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Well, I thought it'd be good just to hang anyway. So, you never know. You never know. And he wasn't really talking to anybody, so you know.
O'Hare traffic, JetBlue 1277, 15-mile final runway 27 center, O'Hare.
O'Hare traffic, Piedmont 816 is departing 27 left. O'Hare traffic. All right, so my plan.
Have a good flight.
Yeah, appreciate it.
No worries. Always fun to make VATSIM a nice, friendly conversation place.
Runway clear, final clear. Picking up an inner marker, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and make right traffic so I can stay out of Midway's hair.
O'Hare traffic, Delta 1622 passing 7,000, direct Rainer, final call, good day.
All right, here we go.
There's traffic, or to check.
5 by 5.
5 by 5.
Thank you, sir.
All right, take off power set. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots, cross-checked.
O'Hare traffic, JetBlue 1277, 6 mile final, runway 27 center, O'Hare.
Happy landing, JetBlue.
Thank you.
We'll go up here 250 as we climb out. That's a pretty picture. Save that one for later. Alright, what's our master caution? What's failing? Oh. Emptied our center fuel tanks already. Okay, I think we can go ahead and start to make our right crosswind, essentially. Just trying to stay north of the airspace, basically. There's all kinds of stuff, obviously, that happens south of O'Hare. So if we can kind of stay north of it, I think that is appreciated. And that thing's pretty cool. Yep, look at that thing. Even have a downwind sim seat back here in row 23B. Oh, I admit I didn't make that sound there, Shoozy. I'm slipping, buddy. I am slipping. But I appreciate you doing that. Yes, the flyby sound, it is a must. It is a must. Okay, flaps are up. Gear needs to be stowed. We're not quite there yet, but I'm going to go ahead and turn the taxi and landing lights off. Engine start. Lights or start switches can come off, and I need to go thrust reduction here 90%. I'm actually kind of there already. I was supposed to do that at about 2,000 feet just for noise abatement, but I didn't quite get that taken care of there. Ooh, did I set the I did not set the auto brakes on that, so that's not good. Now, all right, here we go. The guessing game, as it were. The guessing game. We're going to take out our 4 RNAV. Yeah, I guess I could. Well, you know what? Are we picking up Salem? 52, we are picking up Salem. Let's just do this. Let's go to Salem. And let's track direct Salem here.
Or, yeah, JetBlue, O'Hare.
Maybe we're not quite picking that up yet? That's okay. All right, let's turn eastbound. And we don't know exactly where we need to go, but we know we need to eventually make eastbound traffic. I'm seeing that we should be approximately about a 085 outbound, so let's see how close we get.
Traffic check blue 1277 crossing runway 27 left on Foxtrot.
Yeah, it's 194 miles, so I'm feeling like maybe we're not really picking up the Salem VOR just yet. 114.3. Let me just double check that as we climb out of here. 114.3. Yeah, that's what's set. There must be another 114.3 that's in the area. And so we'll just travel on this eastbound course here, and we should pick it up here in not too long. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. If we have to, a little slant iPad flying tonight. We're amongst friends. No big deal, right? Okay, anything else I'm missing here? En route climb. Landing lights. Passenger signs. I'm just going to leave them on auto. And just about to go through 18. So let's get standard Barrow.
4 left on Gulf O'Hare.
Standard Barrow. Okay, that should work, you guys, I think, for now. Sit back and relax. Got about 1 hour and 59 minutes of flight time today. Take a little nap if you need to. Nah, we want to see outside. I know how we are. If you're looking for something to do tonight, Atlanta is the place to be. Apparently, that's where the SNO is going to be tonight. It was initially supposed to be in Oklahoma City, but I'm not sure what happened. That event was taken off the calendar. And that's now 2 in a row for me. I had planned last week the Wyoming event that was on it was a midweek, like Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere in there, Thursday, and it was canceled, unfortunately. We did fly that route just without ATC, so kind of like tonight. But the Oklahoma event was just not meant to be. Through 19, doing a pretty good job still, 1,500 feet. And here's what we've got cooking right now, guys. Atlanta already starting to warm up here. I think they start 2300 Zulu, so they don't even have, they still have an hour and a half before the event officially begins. I would expect this whole area to be lit up. I would expect Chicago to come back online when we're about over Buffalo. But with any luck, we'll get Boston also. It's rare on a Saturday that they're not controlling, so that would be good. And here's Rob Valkyrie. Rock Valkyrie heading... speaking of Rock Valkyrie, yeah, he is flying with the Virtual USA Flying Club. Mark Bite, thank you for the follow. Welcome, buddy. Nice to see you. But, yeah, the Virtual USA Flying Club has an event going on tonight. It's the Bridge fly-in. Everybody's flying down to West Virginia, Whiskey Victor 3-2 tonight. And so that should be a fun event there. And looking forward to seeing the pictures and the stories of that event. And then don't forget, tomorrow, Virtual USA Flying Clubbers are teaming up with the Pilot Club for what is probably going to be the world's longest GA conga line. If you guys are interested, by the way, in the Virtual USA Flying Club, you'll see an invite to the Discord come through here at some point in time. Love to have you along. It's a really, really fun club. We are centered, obviously, on general aviation, and we host or team with others to provide multiple events, general aviation themed events on VATSIM every month. I think this month we have 4. That's the 16th conga line. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, the conga line's on the 16th. Am I off on my dates there, Rob? I thought we had a... Oh, Sunday's event. No, Sunday's event. You're right, Rob. It's we're down under. That's right. We're jumping out and gonna fly down under. That's Sundays on the 9th. Yeah, totally got those dates backwards, and it's next Sunday, the 16th. Yes, where we do the Coastline Conga event there. So thank you for the reminder and the correction on that. But yeah, it looks like a good crowd for Bridge Day so far. 14 pilots in the event channel. So, and that's kind of usually what we draw, anywhere from about 10 to 20 pilots. So, you know, the event traffic is just about right. You know, we get 20 general aviation planes and in a little small controlled space or uncontrolled space. So it's a lot of fun, ton of fun, and all you have to do is have a valid VATSIM ID and be in good standing in VATSIM, and you can join. It's free of charge, no obligation, none of that stuff. We just like to promote general aviation on VATSIM. So we'd love to have you. As long as we got the VATSIM or the Virtual USA Flying Club calendar out, here are the events that we have coming up, just in case you're wondering what kind of events we like to do. So, of course, as mentioned, we've got the 3 that we talked about here, but we just got done doing a leg on the Appalachian Trail. It's our friend John Smith, Jay Smitty, has hosted that, and we flew from Maine down through New Hampshire and into Vermont. Tuba fight. Hello, Ben. Welcome. Good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. But that was last Sunday, actually, and then before that, the Sunday before that, we've kind of had a run of Sundays here. Honestly, we were down the Florida Keys doing some flying, basically from Key West up to Ocean Reef. What's the matter, dude? Should get the dog cam going. The boss is down there huffing and puffing. And then it was Cape Cod Chaos was before that. The Saturday before that, that featured Hyannisburg, HYA. So that's kind of what we do. We did a Corvette Museum fly-in, which was into Bowling Green Regional, and then we've done some other things. You know, again, sometimes they're fly-ins, sometimes they're point-to-point, sometimes they are choose-your-own-adventure type flights. But the common theme is general aviation, and we try to promote good practice. It's a great place to learn, great community to go and ask questions and improve your skills, and especially when it comes to VFR and that kind of stuff. Although there are several real-world pilots in there that can help you with all of the types of flight that you would need, VFR, IFR, VFR into IMC. I mean, just anything you can you can think about, those guys are probably going to be able to give you a hand. All right, well, we are definitely, we've lost that VOR, Salem VOR. So again, no need to panic. We've done enough of these flights to know that eventually we will get ourselves where we need to go. We can get a little bit of a sense of where we're at. There is a VMR, it's the Pullman VOR, which is on 112.1. I could put that guy in there, and we could get a sense of how close we are to that VOR. That's 29, 28 miles away from that, so that puts us, by my estimate, about a third of the way, probably, or so. If we had to, we could get up on that 91 outbound radial off of Pullman. It takes us right to Salem if we really needed to, but that's okay. That's okay. How are things in merry old England, Mr. Tuba Fight? How's your flight sim, your re-release back into flight sim going? I know you had a little medical procedure there that took you out of the game for a little while, but hopefully you're kind of back on your feet and doing what you do very, very well, which is fly that aircraft and put out some really good content. You guys go check out Tuba Flight, and if you haven't already, give him a follow. Same with Iowa Scotsman. He's another guy that does some really awesome stuff on Twitch. And let me see, do I have any other streamers here that I should be promoting? I probably do. Probably missed a few. So got in the BE-36 and a couple of the airliners in X-Plane 12. Yeah, very good. Updated that Diamond. Yeah, cool. DA-50. It's a goofy looking plane, but it looks pretty fun. All right, through 280, and I might just give it a little nudge. We're kind of at 90%, but we've sort of lost a little vertical speed here, and I'd like to get there before too much longer if we could. Yeah, very much looking forward to checking out X-Plane 12. I've been watching with great interest people like Downwind Sim and Steve PHL, Rob Valkyrie, and company as they work through. I know Shuzy's been doing it. Iowa Scotsman's been doing it. Just working through some of the little rough spots there. I'm really happy to be able to lean on those guys here in about a month or so as I get things set up. Should be, I hope, something my system can handle fairly well. I'm really struggling with Microsoft Flight Sim and the stutters and performance there. It's just been crazy how bad my performance has been, and so, but been working on a couple different things with that to help as well. The big issue I'm having right now with MSFS is with that TDI GTN 750. That is just absolutely killing my frames, and so, but those guys have been really, really good with their customer support, helping me work through whatever the issues are. I've made some progress, but I'm thinking that whatever's going on with that may also be more widely impacting my general performance with MSFS. And so we're kind of digging in right now to some, firewall and virus blocking exclusion type ideas, and I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted. They have some tutorials on how to set different exclusions and how to set your different sim to sort of take priority over everything else, and all that stuff. I know is makes good sense and should really be helping my performance. I think it is maybe for X-Plane, but not hasn't really been helping me too much yet with MSFS. Agent Presta, hello. Happy Saturday. Nice to see you again. I'm curious though, in X-Plane 12, how's that default citation? Is it a pretty good little biz jet there? It looks really cool. It's a longitude, isn't it? It looks like the one that Citation Max flies. I think Captain Moonbeam. You guys remember Captain Moonbeam from YouTube world? I think he flew a Citation, like Citation X or Citation Longitude. I can't remember which one. But that one that came with X-Plane 12 looks very similar to that. I know Downwind Sim and a few others flew the default Piper Cub in the last Bush League Backcountry event, and that appears to be a very nice, solid aircraft. And do I have to... Trying to remember. I think it auto alt selects for me, doesn't it? To hold. I think it does. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, Edmund, what little I've seen. Excuse me, got a little yawn going there. The nerdy helisimmer guy did a review on, I'm not sure which one, but he thought initially that it was okay. He said he felt like the helicopter that he was flying, whichever one it was, he said it actually felt like it was a little bit more stable, and he wasn't sure if he liked that or not, you know, but he said the big issue right now with X-Plane 12 and helicopters is performance. He said the frames are very, very low on his sim anyway. So much to the point that he basically had kind of went back to X-Plane 11 to do his streaming and things like that. But they did push out the new Llama, well, the X-Plane 12 version of the Llama, and I think it looks like a cool helicopter myself, but it's I don't know if it's anything I'm going to grab too quickly. Hey, there we go. I think we have ourselves an inbound radial, my friends. We can go ahead and track that bad boy. And we're 1,000 to go till we level off. But I know that Good Fixins has kind of kept up with it, as has Josh McCreary, and they do report that the Cowan Sim stuff has been updated now maybe a couple times, and some of their helos are working quite well. So that's nice to know, and yeah, I'm sure it'll just be a matter of time. I'm sure it'll just be a matter of time before they're all rock and roll. And hopefully Hopefully in about a month, right? Oh, oh. I might need to go get myself a little Diet Dr. Pepper here. I've been sipping on some water, hoping it'll help, but it's not waking me up very quickly. We'll get to level flight. We'll take a little Volanta Topo climb report, and then I might take a little walk upstairs and grab myself a soda pop. If I was sitting right here, I'd be napping, baby. I'm that tired. Yeah. Agent Preston, man, it's kind of been a lazy Saturday afternoon. I got a bunch of stuff done this morning, though. I'm really proud of myself, man. Had like 4 things on the to-do list, and they were all done by lunch. I'm like, oh yeah, baby. Then I just hit a wall. Hey, there's the link, by the way, to the Virtual USA Flying Club. Again, it's just a Discord invite. You go to a waiting room, and one of our admin, like Mr. Rob Valkyrie, will get you going. Oh, 2 naps today? Nice. I did the old wake up at 4, come out and fall back asleep on the chair till about 6:30, and then I took one just like sitting down, just watching college football. I took one for like 15 minutes, like right before lunch. So I'm kind of in that same boat, but I think I could take another one if I was given the opportunity. There is cruise altitude, my friends. We've made it, and we're tracking inbound here. We've got 88 to run, so I think I have time to go get myself a diet. Not sponsored. I'll leave you with the wing view, and I will see you guys in just a second. Rob's got a strict 1.5 hour limit, minimum nap limit. That's a solid rule, Rob. That is a solid rule. I don't know. I've just always been able to cat nap, which I think it's a strength, honestly, because it does save a lot of time. Now, my wife is a full-on hardcore, like, she's like you, Rob. She has to, like, power down and be out for a while. There's no doubt about that. I'm worried that I'm tracking a TACAN here after I get past Salem. Is Dunkirk 10116.2, is that a TACAN if it's a square? I think that's a TACAN. I can't track a TACAN, so I'm gonna make a slight change of route here, you guys. I know I'm not really supposed to do that, but nobody's online yet, so what the heck. I'm going to go slightly south of where I had initially planned. I'm going to go to the Jamestown VOR, which would mean that I'll be on a 09 or 5 when I cross Salem. And Jamestown is 114.7. So let me get that in the books here. 114.7. Now, Rob, there are times, though, when I will curl up for a right proper 2.5 hour nap. You know, because sometimes that's just what your body needs. There's no denying that. No denying that. But I've had many a time where I've just been able, like, it's weird. If I can just, if I can just fall asleep, even if it's for 5 minutes, if I can just hit the power reset button somehow, like, I come back and I feel pretty good. Come back and feel pretty good. So, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Just not a good sleeper. Not a good sleeper. All right, 9 to run and a slight right-hand turn as we hit the outbound. Here's what I've done, by the way, the difference here. And we're here at Salem, and we were gonna go to Dunkirk, which was right here. So we were gonna come out of here like almost a due east heading, but I took that Dunkirk point out, and now we're going down here to Salem. So a slight adjustment, not a major adjustment, but just a slight one. And like I said, I think Dunkirk, if it's a square like this, right, that's a TACAN. I can't track those, even though the frequency is there. If I'm not mistaken, maybe not. I don't know. But regardless, we're heading just a bit south down to Jamestown instead. Overshot it just slightly. Just slightly. Pentagon was hoping to get one, but the Rays kind of made that not happen. Yeah. Got to get a little workout before Florida State plays. Yeah, cool, man. Nice. Yeah, it's worth. Oh gosh, did I just bump my autopilot? I got lucky there. I bumped my trim wheel and just about disconnected myself. But yeah, you know, sometimes you got to sacrifice, man. You gotta support your team and give up that nap. You know, my voice is kind of going. I've got coach voice going right now. Too much hollering on Friday. Aeroflyer's saying, yeah, that 5 to 15 minute can work. Yeah, with caffeine especially. Yeah, they call that a nappuccino, right? You drink a little caffeine, you take a 15-minute cat nap, and you wake up and you feel like a new man. Yeah, Rob. Friday Night Lights, for sure. For sure. I get a little hoarse afterwards. Our weather was a lot better this Friday. We didn't no weather delays. I don't know if you guys heard last week we started on Friday and finished on Monday because of weather. So it was not a good situation. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, we are, by the way, sitting at about 286 for our speed, about Mach 0.80. It's probably plenty fast. I'm going to pull back just a little bit on my power. I don't want to overspeed here. Nappuccino, yeah. I didn't invent that. I read that somewhere. I'm like, that's a great name. that's a really good term. Drink a cup of coffee or a soda or whatever, yeah. And all right. But it really does help when you don't have a lot of time. All right, yeah, my cruise speed should be between about 7.4 and 7.6, so I'm happy to pull back a little on the speed here. And the big thing here is that I don't do a very good job of is monitoring these engine parameters. 90% right now, that's plenty fast. Temps are in good shape here. N1's just a hair shy of 90. Fuel flow looks good. Pressure's all in the green. Oil pressure, oil temperatures all in the green. I'm super excited that YJ Sim guys are updating these two aircraft for X-Plane 12. Really do enjoy them quite a bit. And the Dash 8 as well.
Detroit traffic, Delta 1622, inbound ILS 21 approach.
Let's do a little Volanta stocking, see what we got going on here. There's our crew heading down to West Virginia there. Nixie is on his way.
Northwest of
And Rob Valkyrie as well. Kind of buzzing in here. It's a fly-in, so there's a lot of guys coming from a lot of different spots. That's kind of cool. It's a good way to do it. Atlanta hopping here. They're probably already busy, right? Yep, they got the flame going here. What do they got live traffic-wise? 36 in and 29 out. That'll be pushing 100 by the time it's all said and done. Probably both, 100 in, 100 out. But they know how to handle it. They've got the runways and the controllers to take care of business. Jacksonville, Washington, those guys will be up for sure. I would be surprised if Indy Center and Memphis would also come online there. What do we got? I missed it. What something's happening? Somebody ascribed. Hold on here. What and the what? It's Steve 099er Steve-O. What is up? Let's go, my friend. Thank you for the re-ascription. How's it already been 8 months, man? It just seems like yesterday when you and me were buzzing around Homer, Alaska, in that era. We need to do something, man. We need to celebrate that again. That was a really fun adventure. But yeah, great to have you, man. Happy Saturday, and skull to you, my friend. I am getting ready, by the way, in case you're curious. When November hits, I am going to plan my next giveaway. Mr. Josh is rolling in the 777. Very nice. He doing a little, maybe a little shared cockpit, maybe, looks like. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. He's had a long flight there from RJAA. That's over there in Russia somewhere, I think. But anyway, I do have a giveaway set for November. So thanks for your patience. I know it's been a little while, but I've just been so crazy here. Mr. Arco, he's Germany, EDDK. That's one of those Munich or something like that, into Russia somewhere. But I'll announce more details about the giveaway. It'll be another classic, gift card giveaway. But we'll have some fun with it. We'll have some fun with it. Where is Whiskey? Right there, New River Gorge Airport. Excuse me for burping the microphone there. A really beautiful part of the world. And hopefully you Virtue USA Flying Clubbers. Oh, that's Japan, Steve-O is saying. Okay, cool. RJAA. Okay, very nice. That is one area of the world that I have not done much flying in. I had been working. You guys know my international Melbourne flights. I had been doing a little bit of work down here in Australia, New Zealand, Tasmania, Papua New Guinea, and we've made it, even though it doesn't really show, I have made it into the Indonesian islands here, and I do have plans to, kind of explore Malaysia and the Philippines and, Vietnam, and then work my way up, through China and Japan and this eastern coast of Russia, and make my way across into Alaska. But that's kind of where, that's one of those series that when you only stream now once a week, it's like you've got to make some business decisions, and that's one that I kind of have had to temporarily postpone, but I'm looking forward to getting that going again there. Narita, Japan. Awesome. Very cool, very cool. 74 miles until, I'm sorry, 75 from Salem, 124 to Jamestown. There is no formal transition spot, so we're just going to take it about halfway and flip it over. Didn't put the strobe on. Not good. Speaking of those upcoming flights, kind of finishing out the month of October, I'm going to attempt to do another leg of the Bendix Air Race in the Boeing 247D. We made it to Douglas, which is on the western side of New Mexico there, and then we're trying to make it a little further into New Mexico. What we discovered on our last flight was we didn't handle our engine oil very well, and again we had another engine issue. The first time we flew, though, we were able to make it all the way to Phoenix from out near Los Angeles. It was a two-hopper, but we made it out there, and one of our longest leg was just right about 2 hours, and that also ended up with an engine failure due to low engine oil. But this last one, we were attempting to do 2 legs, and they each were about an hour apiece, and we thought we'd be good to go. But on that first leg from Phoenix to Douglas, that's when we ran into problems again. So I'm starting to wonder if the strange, I don't know, it's just a strange airplane. And I understand that it's a very oil sensitive engine. I mean, there's no doubt about that, but I also know that in real life that plane was able to fly more than an hour at a time, or even 2 hours at a time. I mean, they've got big fuel tanks, and you can go darn near across the U.S. in that sucker. But and you have to handle your engines correctly, which, I mean, maybe I am not. I thought I was, but maybe I'm not. But anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it another try, though. It was different weather conditions, so I'm sure that was also part of it. And it was, just a different day. So it's a really fun plane, really is. And I think kind of a fun series because you're pretty much guaranteed an engine fire every time I fly it. So tune in next Saturday. That's what I've got scheduled. Then I'm going to try to do something on Sunday, the 16th. Right after that, there's SoCal Sunday, and that is a fun event. If you've never done a SoCal Sunday, really a good time. It is. Let me see if they've got some. They didn't a little while ago. They didn't really have the routes. Oh yeah, it's. That's right. It's a Las Vegas Sunday. SoCal crossed off Las Vegas Sunday. And they're doing Harry Reid International, Henderson, and North Las Vegas. And so I want to fly in a helicopter somewhere there. And so that's what my plan is. And you can see it's got a little different, little earlier start time there, 2200 Zulu, which is about pretty close to when I departed today, actually. And so anyway, 1500, which is 3 o'clock Pacific time. So, convert to whatever your local time is. And anyway, these are the event fields. And I don't know if I'm going to go to, I just don't know right now. My route is still TBD on that one. But I'd like to fly around in a helicopter because I think the Las Vegas Strip area would be cool to explore. I'm working really hard to try to get that high performance sim Airbus helicopter working in MSFS, and but it's just not working. The frames are horrible in it right now with that GTN 750. Yeah, exactly, Aeroflyer. I think it'd be nice, and I do have a nice scenery for X-Plane as well. So. I mean, I think it'll look cool. Oops, we should have done a little crossover here, guys. Hang on. Let's cross over inbound to outbound here. And track the 1470. Pretty close to where we need to be. Slide adjustment, not a big deal. But that's the idea. So it's just a matter of like how far out do I want to, go? Do I want to start at North Las Vegas and tour the city and come back and land at Henderson, or do I want to start somewhere a little farther away? But a BizJet would be a great choice there, Aeroflyer, no doubt about that. Like Albuquerque to Las Vegas, or Phoenix to Las Vegas, or even LA to Vegas. Fun little route. Doesn't take very long. So let's see. We'll be outbound off of Jamestown, actually heading towards Albany, and the transition into the arrival. Albany VOR is 1530. And does not look like we're picking that up quite yet. We're 69 from Jamestown. So when we cross Jamestown, start heading towards Albany, we'll brief the arrival and double check our weather and see if we have any ATC Toronto Center has come online. That's encouraging. And, you know, I should have probably put in my flight plan here. Oops, didn't get that one. Let's add a flight plan here from VATSIM. All right, there we are right now. Where are we? Where are we? I have no idea where we are. There we are. Piedmont 816. Over the top of one of the Great Lakes. Man, what I wouldn't give to have some of those old polished aluminum liveries make a comeback. I think they had to go away from that because of like the paints that they use now are so good at providing extra protection and all that stuff. Yeah, Aeroflyer, you know what? You're probably right. That's probably the one route to avoid. Yeah, and those are other good options there. Scottsdale, Boise, Lake Tahoe. Yep, yep. I actually think you're very smart. That's a good call. That's a good call. After next weekend's festivities, then it's the following Sunday. It's there's an event in the Denver area called Nightmare on Colfax Avenue. That's a 2300 Zulu event, and I'm gonna actually fly the Q in that. I'm gonna fly from Rapid City to Denver and then back up to Casper, Wyoming. Rapid City, South Dakota to Denver to Rapid City, or to Casper, sorry, and kind of retrace an old childhood route that the Denver airport was never really part of our childhood route, but we actually used to fly in this plane, the 737-200, from Casper to Rapid City. So that was kind of fun, and so I thought it'd be fun to kind of make it a little two-hopper. But yeah, really like that Q Aeroflyer. Yeah, it's been a few streams for me as well here for sure. Let's see, let me jump over to my YouTube channel. I archive everything over on YouTube, by the way, in case you ever are wondering. And it's nothing very fancy. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely just me uploading the VODs, but still kind of fun to go back and watch from time to time. But man, when was the last time? Man, it has been a while. Whoa. I mean, I'm really going back. Holy cow. I am going back a ways. So it has been, I've went all the way back to June of this year, and I don't have a queue. Basically in the last 30 the last 30 uploads. So I'm not sure if like maybe one of the ones that I flew, I just decided not to upload or what exactly, but it's been a little while. I'm looking in my flight log here as well just to see. Surely, well, there's one. I was supposed to do one on the 24th of September, things to do in Ohio, but that unfortunately got canceled for me. The event happened. I just wasn't able to make it. So that was back on September 24th, about a month ago. And there's probably one then in August. Potentially. Then again, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, I did one on Wednesday, just Wednesday, August 10th, just for fun. That's the last time. Holy moly! Wednesday, August 10th is the last time I've flown in the Q4 XP. Wow. Yeah, that's way too long. Definitely going to do something about that though. Coming up on the 23rd of October, then that's actually the last scheduled October stream, and then I'm into November, and I'm leaving November kind of open for right now because what I'm hoping is that we'll be in the football playoffs, and I'll be busy for a little while, and I'll have to maybe keep my crazy schedule just for another couple of weeks. That would be the ideal situation because that would mean that we're playing for a state championship. But anyway, if we are, awesome. If not, then it'll also be awesome because I'll be able to get back to my Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday kind of routine, and that'll be fun as well. Or we may switch it up. We might go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We might go Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I do kind of miss doing Moncton Mondays, and so that might be potentially something I'm considering coming back with. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. It'll just be nice to get back into a regular routine instead of just being so hit and miss. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and go to heading mode here, and we need to make that turn outbound. Should be 087. Whoops. Might have overcooked it just a hair. Let's track back. There she comes. There we go. Get some nice lighting over our shoulder here. Man, I love it when it lights up the panel like that. It's awesome. See how dirty and worn it is. The glass effects. They're really something. Really something. Well, we're inbound Albany. Why don't we take a look here at the Gardner 4 arrival, and we can kind of plan our entry to the Boston airspace here. Gardner 4. As I get ready to sneeze. So we'll hit Albany, and it looks like our outbound 111 to Wicked, outbound 114 to Gardner, outbound 111 to Brock, Lobby, and we need to be down at Let's see. Right now they're landing 2-2, so we need to be down to 11,000 at Bronx, and then we go to Revere, make our turn for home on a 210 heading toward the Boston VOR. Again, the digital ATIS was showing an approach to the 2-2s when we departed, but let's see if that's now the case. Now it's a little different here. ILS runway 27 is where we're heading, so let's see how that affects things. 27 is the one that's clear out here, sticking out over the ocean. So we will I believe what I'll probably do is I'll probably just keep north of the field and make a right-hand pattern into the 27 localizer. It is a green dot, by the way. Clear. View at 500 or 5,000. Winds are not too bad. 260 at 7. So potentially a visual approach could be in the cards as well. All right, but we'll get all that in. We'll have that ready to rock and roll. And if we are lucky enough to get a little bit of control, then, you know, what the heck? We'll appreciate the help. This leg, by the way, from Jamestown to Albany, it's a 238 nautical mile leg, so it's going to be a little bit. We're not. It's not like it's an imminent approach. You've got time to finish your peanuts. But we're definitely on the back half of this route. Man, we're 30 minutes from the event. I can't believe there's not more ATC popping up here. Interesting. I used to have, I don't know if it still does. No. Used to be able to I think I'm not, since I'm not a Prime member anymore. Yeah, sorry. I used to be able to see where my aircraft were. You know, I had aircraft, like it'll track where you end up, and it was kind of fun to see all the little spots where all my little airplanes were. The event tonight, Steve-O, it's a Dunder Mifflin themed event into Atlanta. I'm trying to find it here for you while I talk. It is If you're a fan of The Office, whoops, sorry. If you're a fan of The Office, you'll get a kick out of this event title. I promise you. I'll just let you read it. I love the idea of closing a runway to do a fun run. But it'll be insane, right? It's Atlanta. It's Saturday night. It's going to be insane, but that's okay. But if you don't get the reference, that is a an episode of The Office where the lead character, Michael Scott, who's the regional manager of this paper company, this office, and anyway, um, one of his employees gets bit by a bat that has rabies, and that's a long story. And so he decides to, well, after he hits this same employee with his car and breaks her pelvis or something, he decides to put together a fun run to find a cure for rabies. With of course the joke being that there already is a cure for rabies, but that the super ultra long name was what he was calling his fun run. That was good stuff, man. Yeah, Arrow, I can't tell you how much fun I have flying into Atlanta. I've taken every type of plane in there that you could take, and it is so intense, but also so fun when you get into the groove, and like when an ATC is just like ba-da-ba-da-ba-boom, ba-da-ba-da-ba-boom, ba-da-ba-da-ba, they're just in rhythm, and like if the pilots are also in rhythm, it's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Aeroflyer Agent Presta, you're kindred spirits of mine. I worried when it was done. I worried because it was such a cringe-worthy, cringe comedy, and so in so many ways just really off color, right? Like so many politically incorrect things that were said there, and I worried that it would not translate well to a rerun series, but I have to say I was totally wrong. It's one of the best rerun series of any TV show I've ever watched. Yeah, Aeroflyer. I mean, right? It's the busiest airport in the U.S., and so like the whole setup is like it's put together for efficiency and volume, and so that obviously translates really well to the VATSIM world as well, and yeah, their ATC is just really, really good. Yeah, it can be kind of intimidating, and Lord knows I've had several events where like I haven't been the best guy in the world. Like I remember early on, might have been the second or third time I was trying to fly in there on a Friday. It was all the way back in P3D, maybe FSX, but I had to go around twice because I wasn't descending on the arrival, and I don't know what was going on, but I just couldn't get on. I couldn't hit my altitudes, and I remember the guy after the second go around, he's like, look, I'm gonna have to, we can do this one more time, but I'm too busy to keep doing this. I might have to divert you. And I'm like, ooh, I'm not in Kansas anymore, Toto. So we made her down, but like I got down, I remember thinking after that time, I'm like, okay, I kind of like this. This is wild and woolly, man. It's wild and woolly. Then I also got caught there one time. It was not an event field, but there was something going on. I want to say up Boston or New York way or something way up on the northeastern part of the country. But you know, no matter what's going on, Atlanta's always busy on an event day. But anyway, I thought I would be smart. I'm like, you know, like let's just say it was Miami to Boston or something. That was the FNO, and I'm like, well, I'm going to avoid that. I'm gonna pick up a field that's still big and you know fun to hit, but like I'm not gonna hit either of those two fields. So like I think I tried to plan like Atlanta to, you know, whatever. If it was Boston that was the event field, I did JFK or vice versa. But even at that, man, they had ground holds and it was darn near an hour before I got out of Atlanta, and it wasn't even an event field. I'm like, doggone it, man. But again, like I've said many times, if you're flying in an event on Friday or Saturday, you just have to be prepared to be patient because there's going to be high volume traffic, and I mean, you can't hurry the process, just can't. All right, mappy map. Bummer. I was really hoping we'd have a little something at this point, but it's okay too. Yeah. Aerofly definitely agree. It is strange that they don't have any RNAV departures, and taxiing around O'Hare is crazy. I have such respect for those pilots that you know, back in the day, like when the 737-200, right? They didn't have GPS and moving maps and all that stuff. And man, hats off to them just being able to get between the gate and the runway. I mean, holy cow, O'Hare is just a spider web. I mean, I always feel good. Like Boston is a little bit that way with all its crisscross and applesauce, and I always feel really good because I kind of know Boston Logan pretty well. I've flown out there a lot. But man, like O'Hare, the taxi route just intimidates the heck out of me at O'Hare. Yeah. You were doing some hover taxiing at ORD. Holy cow, Edmund, you're gutsy, dude. You are gutsy. The only helicopter I like to hover taxi is the Bell 206. And I don't think you can really call it a hover taxi since it has wheels. I just roll it right along, man, like a tricycle. It's awesome. Yeah, well, so I see what you're saying. You've done it without ATC. Yeah, if you can do the R44 up and down those all 20 or whatever runways they have. What do they have now? They have six runways at O'Hare, or is it 8? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, if you run all those, man, that's good practice. No doubt about it. I got back in the R-44 the other day and flew from Williams Lake, I think, up in BC, kind of where the Bush League event was, and tried to fly it west a little bit, and I mean, holy moly, it was rough. It had been, a couple of weeks since I'd been in that helicopter, and man, oh man, it was rough. Oh, you mean the taxiways? Yeah, gotcha. Well, I mean, like regardless, right? If you have the ability to keep that R-44, especially at O'Hare where there's going to be wind, if you can keep that R-44 pointed in the right direction and at a hover state, that's pretty dang amazing. Yeah, Phoenix does have a nice layout, and they want to go. Okay. Take runway 8, make it a left and a right. Put up a big international terminal. Huh. So the biggest Class Bravo near me is Denver, and they have 6 runways right now. 4 that go north and south, and 2 that go east and west. And I was watching a documentary the other day, and the manager of DIA said, because they're doing some renovation, he said, we have the ability, if we need to double the amount of runways we currently have. I'm like, holy cow, could you imagine how much volume would be needed for a 12 runway outfit? I'm like, that's just wild. But the last time I was there, it was pretty full. I did a live stream. It was pretty full. Although by the time I did the live stream, it was kind of dead. But that was fun. Yeah, it is they were smart where they put it. And even at that, I mean, I remember at the time thinking, holy cow, that's like 20 miles north of town. What are they thinking? Well, shoot, now the town of it's up by Commerce City, which is a suburb of Denver. It's like growing out around the airport now. It's just like, it's amazing. But yeah, they secured quite a bit of land out there, and if they need it, they can double up, I guess. Pretty crazy. All right, Albany 1530. Let's just double check here. I'm 160 miles away from Jamestown. 1530 is in and selected on nav 2. Oh, there we go. We could switch over here. I just wasn't paying attention. 1530. See how close we are. Right there is pretty darn good. All right, guys and gals. I'm going to pull up now the Gardner arrival. Gardner 4. Oh, so Phoenix, yeah, that's true. It's a gorgeous approach, though. I mean, with the city lights, especially in the evening, like this time of night and later. I've flown it a few times in the sim. It's just a really pretty approach. I wonder if they thought at one point in time, because I don't know how old Sky Harbor is. I don't know the history of that, but I wonder if at one time they thought, yeah, we're out on the edge of town. We're in good shape. We don't have to ever worry about having enough land. But yeah, I think that whole Phoenix area, from what I understand, is really expanding also. Lots of people are wanting to live there. So, all right, lobby I have to be at 11,000, and lobby is 20 from Gardner, which is 34. All right, I gotta look at this here. 20 to Brock, 35 to Gardner, another 34 to Wicked, so that's 79. Call it 80 miles, and another 44. So, let's just route it to 130 miles from Albany to when I need to be down at 11,000. So that would be I need to lose 2,200. So 22 times 4-ish is 88. So we should have plenty of time. Once we turn from Albany, we should still have plenty of time. Oh man, my shoulders are sore today. That's not a good sign, guys. Out of not sponsored. You know what I probably should do here, guys, gals, is get some night lighting going here, since I'm kind of getting a little dark. Love the night lighting of this plane. See if I remember where all the spots are here. I have some over here, I think. No, that one's already turned on. Already turned on. Same thing down here, yep. Feel like I'm missing something right here. Where would that one be? I'm drawing a little bit of a blank there. Sit up here, dome light. I could go a little dome light if I had to. We'll leave that dome light off for now. Just go with the regular lights. Yep, I don't remember if or where that's at. Here, let's do this. Let's turn this on for just a second. We'll take a look at, like, is there something over here on the glare shield? That's just a test. I think I'm thinking about the A310. There's a dial here that lights up the glare shield a little bit, but I am not seeing it here. Yeah, Orlando's is cool because it has the bridges, right? I agree with you. That's a cool layout. And Salt Lake. Oh, is that right? See, I've never flown out of Salt Lake. I've been to the Salt Lake airport once for a coach's clinic, but I don't like, it was in a conference room, so we didn't really go walking around the terminal or anything like that. It was back when things were a little bit more open. You could kind of go and get in there and watch things without having to go through all this security. All right, I just don't know where that is. All right, so we'll kind of chill with this light right here. This will be fine. But yeah, Denver is a pretty spread out deal, and but it's I think, fairly efficient, and it seems like every time I've been there, it's been a pretty good experience. Okay, we will be out of here on a 111 heading. That's we go to Wicked, which is about 40 miles. Is that right? 44 miles off the Albany VOR. So just about to make that turn, and like I said, we need to get down to 11,000. So 22. We need 88 miles. Need to start that descent at about 88 or so. That's a conservative estimate. So that for us would be, let's see again. Bronc is 15. Wicked is another 34. So that's 49, almost your 50. Probably could. I mean, 94 from Albany. So you probably could just start just after Albany here. We'll go about 10 miles past Albany, and we'll get going down there. Let's put Gardner in there too. 110.6 as our backup here. Would that be fun to be like on an airport design team? I think that'd be amazing. There's about 5 miles. We'll go ahead and make that turn. Outbound 111. Maybe made the turn just a little early, but that's okay. Let this guy count up. Oh, no, we're right on the moolah, baby. Right on the moolah. When this gets to 10, we'll start our descent here. And again, we need 11,000 at lobby. Going to go ahead and we'll keep our speed up here at about 280. That should be a pretty good descent speed. Why am I not tracking? Oh, there we go. Just took a minute to grab it. Okay, let's get on course. We're zigging and zagging just a bit, but we'll get on course, and then we'll do an indicated airspeed descent. That was kind of a wild ride, you guys. Back and forth. Rock the baby, man. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's do the descent. Indicated airspeed mode. Go back on the power. See if we can get ourselves descending between 1,500 and 2,000. Always an inexact science with me. Yeah, Aeroflyer. Just, I mean, think about all the considerations that have to go into that now. You know, it's a lot like school design. It's been it's been interesting to see. We've built a couple new elementary schools in our local town here since I guess they one of them was post Columbine and one was after, and it's just interesting the different ways that they're designed now. And I worked in a building for a couple of years that was the old high school, and I mean it's just curious the different layouts and all the things you don't think you would even ever have to worry about, but now those are the details that are uh, are really scrutinized, and they have a lot of people. Like as to your point, Aeroflyer, they bring in a lot of people to help with those designs. Now, even if it's just something as simple as adding an auditorium or something, you're not maybe necessarily redoing your whole school, but yeah, holy cow, it's quite a process. All right, we better do this as well. We'll be landing flaps 30, so let's set that bug at 129. So we want to try to be about 134 on the approach speed. Coming up on Wicked here. Wicked is 44 out, and this is Gardner. Somebody's here to visit, I guess. Oh, I think my wife is upstairs running around. When we get to 44, we actually change from the outbound of Albany to the inbound of Gardner. So we're going to kind of keep that in mind. We should be 44 here, and we should be 34 to Gardner. So we'll just, again, kind of keep that in mind. See how well we do this. And again, we're going to try to go all the way around the north side of Boston and fly essentially a right-hand traffic pattern to runway 27. I am going to the Charlie terminal tonight. And unfortunately, yeah, we just don't have any Boston ATC to speak of. So that's we're just gonna have to ride this Bronc down all by ourselves here. Yeah, Shusey, I tell you what, man, I'm just in a mental fog. It's the weirdest thing when you coach. It's just like such long hours, and you don't have a day off for the better part of really 10, 11, 12, sometimes 13 weeks, if depending on how far you go. And that's just a lot, man. It's just a lot. I do love it, but to not have one day off in 13 weeks, man, it wears on you just a bit. And I'm not the young coach I used to be. So, yeah. But this is part of the recovery process, though, for me mentally. As strange as that might sound, is to spend a little time in the sim. And it's like my mind is, you know how it is. Your mind is really engaged and wrapped up on all the things you're doing with the flight simulator, but it's like a different part of your brain that's working. So it's like allowing your teaching, coaching brain to rest, take a little nap while the flight sim side takes over. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'm getting to that point where I'm getting pretty tired. We had a pretty cool experience, though. On Friday night, we were able to get a kid in that hasn't got to play very much. and he had a good time. We got our butts kicked, but we got so far behind that we were able to play a lot of kids at the end. So it was good for those kids. You know, it wasn't good for the coaches and their gray hairs and blood pressure and our standings, but you know, there's still some bright spots in that kind of game. But yeah, this kid, one of those kids, is just a practice guy, you know, and but we were able to get him on the field, and he had a heck of a fun time. I see him. I live pretty close to the football field. I can see it out my kitchen window, and I guarantee you he'll be out there. If he wasn't today already, he comes out with his friends on Saturday, and they play, you know, 3-on-3 or something football just all the time. It's pretty awesome to see. That kind of stuff is what keeps you going. 3004 is the altimeter here. And I know we're just a smidgen over 18, but we're going to go ahead and put that in there right now. And then let's check the rest of our descent checklist. You know, something we should do here is, you're wondering why your ears are popping. That's because I haven't started to depressurize the cabin just yet. We've got our nav and our radios set. And we're doing okay on our descent profile, I believe. We, oh, did we? I don't think we switched over. Shoot, I don't think we switched over to Gardner, did we? No, we didn't. Darn it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go heading select. So we're a little off our track here, you guys. But we need to be 111 off of Gardner. So let's 10, yeah, dang it, 110.60. And then after Gardner, it is, yeah, we kind of messed that up just a little bit. Whoops. Yeah, we're gonna have to just vector ourselves slightly here. Not a huge deal. I mean, we're only 10 degrees off or so, but yeah, not a very good job by me. But we've got another 35 miles to get to 11, so we need, you know, about 9 times 3 is 27, 9 times 4 is 36, so we're right on profile as far as that goes. Then my friends, then we look for the ILS runway 27 frequency. So I'm gonna go ahead, I can put that in. That's 111.3. And I'm gonna let this course, this outbound center up a little bit here so we can kind of get back to where we're supposed to be. That might be the lights of potentially the lights of Boston Logan there. Maybe. We'll have to see here. $40 miles from the localizer there, so we'll probably make a radio call here pretty soon, maybe at about 30 miles. Just see if anybody's in the Boston area. Can't imagine they're not. There comes our outbound radio. Jump back on the BOR loc. Still doing about 280 right now, and as soon as we get down to 11, we'll go ahead and bring the speed back. Start to think a little bit about getting more serious about this arrival here. We didn't grab that right away. There we go. There we go. And Boston traffic, Piedmont 816 is 30 miles west of the field, descending through 15,000. We're inbound runway 27. Boston traffic. That was not Boston. I think that's Boston. Might be a hair too far to be heard by anybody. I don't remember how far the pilot client transmits, but we'll make a couple calls here. Can't imagine there's nobody at Boston Logan right now. There's got to be a few guys flying there, right? Maybe, maybe not. I could be wrong. Yeah, we're still connected, so. $13,000 and actually I think we just blew right by lobby, so we ended up a smidgen too high. But we can take this and we can extend this downwind. So even if we're a bit high, we can get back on our track there. Kevin, I mean, right? The pilot is a little tired and we need to cut him some slack. You'll hear later. It's not a big deal. That stuff will heal up. Oh yeah, Aeroflyer, that light visual, that does sound fun. So that was our 1,000 to go, and again, we're gonna level out and try to get our speed down to two. I'll probably go down to 240. I don't want to get too slow because this thing, as you know, it gets a little pitchy. It likes to get its nose up, you know, gets a little full of itself with its nose in the air. Slightly aloof. Then we can do the rest of our descent off of that. There's 250. All right, so I need to be down to 6,000 for my initial approach fix, which is the AB waypoint. That's an RNAV waypoint, so we're just going to estimate that. 230. I'm getting a little slow now, so I'll go ahead and add some power back in. And at the same time, we can go back to indicated airspeed mode and start that descent down to 6. And we'll basically take it out as far as we need to. Alright, coming through 10. Let's get some lights on here. Let's get continuous ignition. Let's get our auto brake set for probably medium. Yeah, I would say medium would work. And I've got my V speeds set. We're looking for Again, we're looking for about one. Honestly, I'd take anything between 145 and 126 or whatever we have. Let's get the speed card up there. 129. So 134 is what the good pilots would be shooting for. Ref plus 5. We probably won't get there, but that's okay too. Boston traffic, Piedmont 816 is north of the field, descending through 9,500, inbound runway 27, or expecting runway 27, Boston traffic. I do see some blinky blinkies out there, so a little bit of a line maybe. I hope I'm talking to people. Does look like I'm transmitting. And I was being heard on the ground at O'Hare, so I should be okay. Let's bring her down into flaps range. Yep, there's O'Hare. I'm going to go to
Boston traffic, American 197.
heading mode.
Left, immediate departure.
272.
Then take a right-hand turn, parking to the south, Boston.
Okay, that makes me feel better that I can hear people. 272 is the inbound course. No, 272. Brant, come on. Come on. Come on. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get actually on the outbound here instead of cutting the corner like we were. In fact, I might even widen that out just a little bit here. We'll get down to 6, and then we'll start to evaluate where we're at in terms of our inbound traffic. And not really worried about being in too big of a hurry. If we have to continue the outbound, we sure can. We'll just try to get in line and do what we've got to do. That's a key part of the before landing checklist there, Kevin. Duly noted. Aerofly says only the American departing 33 left. Okay, very cool, very cool. Very nice, very nice. Okay, there's 6, 1,000 to go here. And
Boston traffic, American 197, airborne, passing 2,000 for 10,000. We're going to make a correction. We're going to do a left-hand departure to the south, Boston.
Boston traffic, Piedmont 816 is on the right base. ILS runway 27, Boston traffic. Hey, Sounder. Good morning. Came at just the right time, my friend. We're making our way in here to Boston Logan in the 737-200. And what is sure to be a rather clunky landing, but we're going to give it heck anyway. I'm going to go a notch of flaps here. And I think I'm going to turn to intercept. I think we're about there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what happens. All right, speed checked. We can go flaps 5. Just keep the nose down. Nope, there's our runway. Probably hand fly this baby from here, couldn't we? Probably. We're going to grab it. Are we going to grab it? Are we going to grab it? Do I have something? Do I have the wrong? What do I have in for my 111.3? Do I have the right localizer frequency? I do. I just don't have it turned on. Dang it. We're through. We're through. We're going to have to grab it from the other side. And we're going to have to descend a little bit more now. You know what? We're just going to... Whoops. Sorry about that. We're just going to do this. Our aircraft... The Boston traffic, Piedmont 816 on the final 27, Boston traffic. We're way over the glide right now, and I mean way over. The flaps 10, and a well off center line. Let's see if we can save it. All right, lights are on. Continuous ignition is on. Speed brakes are set. Sorry, auto brakes are set.
Traffic, November 30 Bravo Juliet, passing runway 33 left, level short 27 for right traffic, Boston.
All right, cool. See if we can get over there and re-intercept. We're pretty high still. Flaps 15. Gonna go gear. We're doing everything we can to throw things out and get slowed down. If we do go missed, I'm just gonna probably jump back in a left-hand traffic pattern if they're departing on 3-3. That way we stay out of their way. I think we got a half a chance. Yes, we are descending at 3,000 feet per minute. Yes, I see that. Pull the boards out. I'm even going to put my hand out the window in a second. Hey, I see one red pappy. Ah, I see our glide slope coming. Sweet. Okay. Now we're cooking with butter. Speed's coming down nicely. All right, gonna go flaps 30. Let's see how we do, boys and girls. A little bit low, but not horrible. Still pretty quick, but speed's coming down. I'm somewhere near the center line here, somewhere near the localizer. A little bit low. Whoops. Overcorrected. Yeah, a little left to center, but not horrible. Reverses. Beautiful Boston city skyline there. And I don't think I'm going to make that one. Alright, guys, welcome to Boston. Where the heck am I? Gonna hang it right here on whatever this is. That should get us heading to where we need to go. Clean the flaps up. Yeah, that'll work. It was a little bit of a wiggly worm on the approach, but we managed to get there. Yeah, Boston traffic, Piedmont 816 is clear at 27. Yeah, thank you, Aeroflyer. Appreciate that. That sounder, yeah, man. It was alright. It was alright. It was, It was touch and go there for a little bit. Boston traffic, Piedmont 816 crossing 22 right on Kilo. But got her down. Got her down. This is a tricky little bird to land. There's no doubt about that.
November 30 Bravo Juliet crossing 22 left, 22 right at Charlie. We'll be holding short. Runway 33 left at
But
Delta.
pretty satisfying when you can actually drop her down where you're supposed to. Now we're gonna turn right here on Bravo and head to Charlie. Shusey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, the night lights do look really, really good. Both Sims really have solid night lighting, and this Mr. X Boston is something else, man. Very, very nice. Age of Preston, thanks for the compliment, buddy. Appreciate that. And Tuba, thank you as well. That means a lot coming from you guys because I know how well you guys fly. So that means a lot. All right, we're on Bravo now, heading down to Alpha 2. I think I'm going to get the APU going here.
Boston traffic, loading November 30 Bravo Juliet, and holding short 33 left at Delta for departing traffic. Boston.
Oh man, yeah. The now you didn't have pedals yet, right? Is that am I remembering that right, Sounder? DV68, hello. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate the follow. I remember when I finally was able to add rudder pedals, man. Holy cow! It was just incredible. Oh, you have them. You just swapped them out. Oh, I see. I got you. Somebody that I was talking to here recently. Oh, there goes that plane off a 3-3 left. That's awesome. Somebody was talking about swapping out. If I can get that plane heading out. Oh, that's way cool. That is really amazing. Very nice. Very nice. All right, let's get it all tucked in here and find a spot. What do you say? This looks like a good place here. Cut the taxi lights. Oops, a little too salty there. Let's slow her down. I do have the weather radar off and the lights off, so that's nice of me. I thought I turned the strobes off. And there we are, my friends. What a nice flight that was. Really nice flight. Let's jump over to the APU Jennies and we can cut the engines out and kind of start to call it a night, I think, guys. Holy moly. You know, something we haven't done in a while is we haven't checked the Volanta touchdown report there. Yeah, hey, a $194, 126. That was pretty good speed wise, and 1.63 G's. That's just about right. I was a little bit right of center line was probably the only bad part. No, I'm sorry, left of center was the only bad part. I wonder if we can get any kind of a replay. When it's dark like this, it's kind of tough to see, isn't it? Let's see what it looks like though. What the heck? Yeah, a little bit left to center there. That's not great, but yeah. Not bad. Not bad. I will take that. I'll take that. Only bad part about it being so dark here is you won't be able to see the buckets come out on the engines here, but still it'll be kind of cool. Yeah, that was all right. I'll take that. I'll take that. I will take that, my friends. That's one of my better ones in this plane. I mean, you guys have all seen me just about cartwheel this sucker, so yeah, we'll take her. We will take her. All right, guys. Man, what a fun night. I appreciate everybody who came out and hung out with me. Unfortunately, this is going to be it for me tonight, but let's do this.
Thanks for watching my papa.
Big thank you to Edmund Stoner, who got things off the right way with a 5-month reascription. Thank you so much, Edmund Stoner. Panagon was here as well. He re-upped for 15 months. And Steve 0999, 8-month reascription. Thank you, and thank you. Also to some new followers, some new friends, DV68 and Mark Bite. Thank you so much for following along. Hopefully we'll see you next weekend, and when we do our historic Bendix flight in the Boeing 247D. And then, as always, the usual cast of characters: Them's My Shoes, Iowa Scotsman, Panagon, Aerofly, Original Godspeed. You guys, thank you so much for being here and hanging out and keeping me company, making me laugh. And Rob Valkyrie as well. Tuba Flight was here. Agent Presta. You guys are awesome. It's a great way to unwind after a long week, and I can't wait to do it again with you guys. I can't wait to get back onto a normal regular schedule as well. That will not be too much farther down the line. Sounder AU also was here, came in at the end there, and yeah, appreciate you guys. Like I say, Nick Gressler. Hey Nick, you're jumping in here right at the end. Nick, good to see you, man. Good to see you, and thanks for stopping by. And yeah, that's it. That's going to be it for me. We will go see who we want to raid here. We have a lot of good choices, guys. We have a lot of good choices, honestly. But I think let's do this. I'm curious to check out the Bridge Day activities here, and let's go hang out with our friend in his fancy home-built cockpit there. It's Michael. You'll know him better as November 8033 Fox, Old Tree Fox. There we call him. Let's go give him a raid. You will enjoy looking at his content, and you'll be really jealous of his sim setup. But great streamer, great pilot, even better guy. Let's go say hey. I'll meet you over there, and hopefully catch you next Saturday. Until then, have an awesome rest of your weekend. We'll see you real soon. God bless.